There are some things that you should look forward to spending money on, like a nice vacation. And then there are 10 things that you should not do with your money. What's up everybody, I am Jasprit Singh from theminoritymindset.com, where money minds rethink rich. You and I all use money every single day, but most of us never grow up learning how to actually use our money the right way. I can't say this for sure, but I have a hunch that this lack of financial education might be why 1 out of 4 Americans say that they worry about money all the time. In this video, I'm going to be going over 10 things that you should not do with your money, and it all starts with avoiding get-rich-quick schemes. Hey, you want to get rich? Yeah. You want to get rich fast? Yeah. You want to get rich fast without doing any work? What's the secret? It's simple. All you gotta do is buy my proven secret system on how you can get rich in 60 days without doing anything. Online courses are great. I spend a ton of money every single year on online education. But if you're spending money on online courses and online education, make sure what you're buying is going to teach you a specific skill or help you develop a specific skill, because you want to learn how to improve your financial education, or how to invest your money in stocks, or how to invest your money in real estate. You don't want to go and try to buy a system that's going to make you rich without you doing anything, because the only person that's going to make rich is the person selling the system. It's the same as spending money on lottery tickets and gambling, because now you're hoping that the universe is going to come from above and it is going to give you free money. When you go out and you buy a Powerball ticket hoping you're going to get rich, you have a 1 in 292 million shot at becoming rich through winning the lottery. So are you saying I still got a shot, Jasprit? You have a better chance of walking outside of your house and getting crushed by a meteor than you do of winning the lottery. You also have a better chance of becoming the next president of the United States than you do of winning the lottery. Okay, in the financial world, they call the lottery an idiot tax, because the people that blow all their money on lottery tickets are, well, let's just say they're not very financially educated. Lucky for you, you are not going to be one of those people, because you are watching the Minority Mindset and you don't think like the majority of people. And this same concept also applies to gambling. Have you ever wondered why so many people from around the world want to come to Las Vegas? It's because they want to see all these buildings and skyscrapers, and they want to see the entertainment capital of the world. But the way that these buildings and skyscrapers are getting all the cash to fund these buildings and skyscrapers is because so many people are losing money in the casinos. Gambling is a losing game. When you go gambling, you are the one paying rent and paying the utilities for all these huge, beautiful buildings. Second, you always gotta have the newest things. Nowadays, the cool thing to do is to finance your phone with 0% APR, because now you're not paying any interest and you can pay off your phone in 24 months. But what ends up happening for the majority of people is 24 months go by, you pay off your phone, and then people feel weird. Ooh, I don't have a monthly payment anymore for my phone. So what do? They go out and they buy themselves the brand new iPhone. Now you're not paying $40 a month for 24 months. You're paying $40 a month every single month for the rest of your life. And the monthly payment is actually probably going to go up, because the price of phones are probably going to go up too. When you buy things with 0% APR, you might think you're doing the financially smart thing, because now you're not paying any interest to borrow money and you can keep more cash in your account. That way you can invest it and grow it. But what ends up happening for the majority of people is you don't invest this extra cash. You spend this extra cash because you never felt the pain of money leaving your account. So now you're spending your money on a bunch of nice things that you don't need, and when the monthly payments end, you go and buy a new nice thing because you feel weird not having a monthly payment. The reason 0% APR is so profitable for businesses is because they know that you're not going to actually invest this money like you say you're going to do. They know that you're going to go spend this money on a new sofa or on a new TV or on a new computer. In America, we got the whole concept of affordability wrong. Most people think that they can afford a new phone, but all they can really afford is the monthly payments. Being able to make the monthly payments is not being able to afford the phone. Being able to afford something means being able to buy it in cash without worrying about the price, which brings me to number 3. Buy now, pay later, or as I like to call it, broke now and broke later. I don't know where I heard this saying, but I really liked it and it stuck with me. Broke people love payments, rich people love profits. If you want to be able to afford something, you gotta follow my rule of 5. If you can't buy 5 of them, you can't afford 1 of them. If you wanna learn more about affording something, I already made a video where I talked about the secrets of not being broke, and I will link it for you in the description below. The reason I wanna talk about this buy now and pay later concept is because Well, there's a new movement in this financial technology space trying to help people with this buy now, pay later system. I'm an entrepreneur, so I love when new businesses come up and they find new disruptive ways to kind of shake an industry, or they come up with new innovative ways to do something better. But now some companies are finding a better way to do the layaway system. Layaway is this concept where if you don't have the money to buy something, you can tell the store, oh, I don't have the money to buy this phone, let's say for example. So you just put this phone on the side, and now you're gonna make monthly payments or whatever payments to the store until you can buy the phone. And once you pay the store enough money, now you can buy the phone. Nowadays, this layaway concept is going digital with interest. Apps like Affirm and Afterpay are shaking up this whole layaway system because their whole model and premise is built around the idea of letting you buy something that you cannot afford, and then you can pay for this thing later with interest. It's concerning because retailers think that this is the future. Some retailers have said that they believe that this is gonna be almost like free shipping, where when you buy something online, you'll always have the option to pay it in installments later. This whole idea of buying things that you don't need, that you can't afford, that don't pay you with money that's not yours is one of the biggest reasons why so many Americans are broke. And now through the help of technology, it is only going to become easier and more accessible for you to buy things that you cannot afford. People are already going out and buying new sofas on 5-year or 6-year installment plans, but they only keep their sofa for 3 or 4 years. So now 3 or 4 years go by, you get rid of the sofa, you still got the monthly payments for your old sofa, but now you go out and buy a new sofa, and so now you have 2 sofa payments. One for a sofa that you don't own, and second for a sofa that you just bought. If it doesn't make you any money, it is never okay to finance it. Fourth, let's talk about eating out when you're in credit card debt. Let's do a little bit of math. Let's say you invest $750 a month. So every single month you take $750 and you invest it, and let's assume that you can get a 19% annual return on your money. So you're investing this money every single month, and every year you're getting a 19% return. In 5 years, you are going to have over $100,000. In 10 years, you are going to have over $315,000. And in 16 years, you are going to be a millionaire because you are investing $750 a month and you can get a 19% annual return on your money. Now at this point you might be thinking, but Jaspreet, how am I going to get a 19% consistent return on my money every single year? Well, your credit card company is doing that every single year when you have credit card debt. This is why credit card debt is keeping so many people from becoming wealthy, because you are spending all your money making your credit card company rich while it is keeping you broke. That's why if you have credit card debt, you gotta know exactly how you're spending money. Because let's say you're eating out for lunch. You might buy yourself a nice wrap and a salad and a coffee, add that up plus some tip, and it's going to cost you $25. Now, if you do this 30 times a month, that's going to cost you $750 that you're spending every single month on food that you can make at home for a fraction of the price. Now, we already went over the math, but if you're in credit card debt and you're spending $750 a month on things that you don't have to spend, then, well, you are making somebody else wealthy instead of yourself. Now, you might be thinking something like, oh, well, at least I don't spend all my money on food. Well, if you're in credit card debt, just do the math. If you are wasting $25 a day on something that you don't need to, even if you don't eat out that much, just do the math. If you are wasting $25 a day, that's $750 a month, and we already did the math of what that kind of money would make you if you invested the money at your credit card's rate. Okay, so if you are wasting $25 a day, maybe it's food, maybe it's your Netflix subscription, maybe it's other things that you're blowing money on that you don't need to. This is money that you could be using to pay down your credit card debt. That way, you can use your money to build your own wealth instead of your credit card company's wealth. If you are interested in learning how you can invest your money, we have tons of articles on how you can do that on our website, theminoritymindset.com, and I'll also link an article for you up here and in the description below. 5, buying gifts you can't afford. People are always gonna need gifts. People keep graduating from school, people keep getting married, they keep having babies, they keep having birthdays, they keep having anniversaries. If you have a big friend circle, that can add up to a lot of money on gifts very fast. If you are in a financially tight situation situation, stop blowing your money on gifts, okay? Write them a card, tell them you love them, and tell them that you're gonna get them something once you get your finances in order. Or if you can't get yourself to do that, then talk to your friends about creating a limit on how much you can spend on gifts. That way you're not spending more than $20 to buy a gift for your friends. Or you can create a gift that's not gonna cost you any money. Like, you could give me the gift of smashing that thumbs up button below. Sixth, don't blow your money. Literally, cigarettes, drugs, alcohol, weed, all these things hurt your body, they hurt your mind, and they hurt your wallet. What are you saying, Jasprit? Am I not supposed to have any fun? Look, I know it's easy for me to say this because I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do any drugs. But just look at this practically, okay? If you are in a financial crunch, all these things are costing you money and they're not giving you any financial return. It's a triple punch to you, so you gotta figure out how important it really is. Kind of like number 7, driving a car that you can't afford. The average payment for a new car in America right now is more than $500 a month. Now, this is also what I call a triple threat because your car is a depreciating liability. It doesn't make you money. You have to pay interest to drive this depreciating liability, and you have to pay to maintain your car. So you're paying to maintain a car that doesn't make you any money, and you're paying interest to do that. Now look, I get it. You want to drive a nice car and you want to look rich, but you got to ask yourself, would you rather look rich or be rich? If your answer is look rich, then yeah, by all means, keep paying for your fancy car because you look rich when you do that. If your goal is to be rich, well, then you gotta be rich before you can look rich. If you wanna be rich, you gotta put some money towards your investments before you're paying money to drive something that's not making you any money. I already made a whole detailed analysis video on YouTube where I talked about why your car is keeping you broke, and I will link it for you in the description below. 8, do not invest in something that you do not understand. Bitcoin in 2017. Real estate before 2008, and .com companies before the year 2000. Do you want to know what all 3 of these things had in common? People were investing their life savings into these things, thinking that they were going to get rich overnight because they thought that these assets could never come down, and in all 3 of these situations, people lost everything. Investing is important, and it is one of the fundamental keys to becoming successful. I talk about it all the time on our YouTube channel. But you need to be investing in things that you understand, not just in things that people are really excited about. Before you make your next investment, ask yourself, why are you investing? Is this thing going to have potential in the future? And how am I going to make money? 9, don't shop because you're upset. There is a concept called retail therapy where when you don't feel good, you can just go over to the mall, blow a bunch of money, and now you're going to feel a whole lot better because you bought a lot of nice things. Mental health is a real issue and it's a real problem, okay? I'm not trying to discredit that, but let's look at this practically. If you are upset at somebody, or if you're upset at something, and you go and take out your anger and frustration by blowing a whole bunch of money at the mall, you are not fixing the root cause of the problem, and you're creating a new problem. Debt. Find a new therapy when you're angry, when you're upset, when you're sad. Don't take it out in the mall by swiping your credit card. Take it out by going on a walk, maybe listen to an audiobook. And number 10, you never pay yourself. The way money works for most people is they make money, and then they spend money, and then they wonder where all their money went. If you really want to build your financial freedom and your wealth, you have to pay yourself first. Now, when I say pay yourself first, I don't mean take out some of your cash from your bank account and go to the mall. I mean, take out some cash, put it into your savings account. That way you can build a savings cushion, and take out some other cash and put it into an investment account. That way your money is growing and building your wealth, and now you only live off of what's left. Now what you're doing is you're building a savings cushion. That way you don't have to worry about a financial emergency happening and going into debt when your car breaks down. And with your investments, you are creating more income because your money's working to build you wealth. This is not something that happens overnight, but now you are laying the stepping stones to build this wealth. That way you can live more financially free in the future. If you enjoyed this video, here's a video that I think you'll love, and while you're at it, subscribe to our YouTube channel and join our free finance and business newsletter. And as always, keep hustling. Assets are things that put more money in your pocket. These are the things you need to buy if you want to build wealth. Liabilities are things that make you look rich, but they keep you broke.